Have you ever felt like saving money is an uphill battle? Many people struggle to save their first $1,000. It feels like a monumental task. But what if a hidden switch in your brain could make saving not just easier, but almost effortless? This is not a fantasy. It is a reality grounded in psychology and math. Today, we explore why that first $1,000 feels like climbing a mountain, while the next 10,000 feels like a gentle downhill slope. We will uncover the invisible forces working against you at the beginning and reveal how those same forces can become your greatest allies in building wealth. Get ready to understand your own mind. We will look at concepts like temporal discounting, the house money effect, and subconscious money scripts. These are the keys to unlocking your financial potential. By the end of this video, you will have a clear roadmap to make saving easier. Let's start with a question. Would you rather have $100 today or $110 in a month? Most people take the 100 now. This is a classic example of temporal discounting. Our brains are wired to value immediate rewards more than future ones. The further away a reward is, the less valuable it seems. When you start saving, that first $1,000 feels very far away. Meanwhile, the pleasure of spending that money right now is immediate. A new pair of shoes, a nice dinner out. These things offer instant gratification. Your brain sees these immediate rewards as more valuable than the distant goal of $1,000 in savings. This is not a character flaw. It is a survival mechanism. For our ancestors, the future was uncertain. It made sense to take a reward right in front of them. But in today's world, this ancient wiring can sabotage our financial goals. It creates a constant battle between your present self and your future self. Your present self wants the immediate pleasure of spending. Your future self wants the security of savings. When you are just starting, your present self usually wins. This is why the first 1,000 is so hard. You are fighting a deeply ingrained psychological bias. Every dollar you save feels like a sacrifice. You are giving up an immediate pleasure for a future reward that feels abstract. But understanding this bias is the first step to overcoming it. When you know why your brain is fighting you, you can develop strategies to work around it. Now, let's talk about what happens once you save that first $1,000. Something magical starts to happen. It is a phenomenon known as the house money effect. This term comes from gambling. Imagine you walk into a casino with $100 of your own money. You are probably careful with it. But then, you win a few hands. Suddenly, you have $200. You have your original 100 plus 100 of the casino's money or house money. What do most people do? They start taking bigger risks. They are more willing to bet the house money. Why? Because it doesn't feel like their money. It feels like a windfall. It is easier to part with. This same principle applies to saving. That first 1,000 you save comes directly from your hard-earned paycheck. It feels precious. Every dollar represents a sacrifice. But once you have that 1,000 in your savings account, something shifts. It starts to earn a little interest. Maybe you get a small bonus and add it to your savings. Suddenly, your account is growing with money that doesn't feel like it came directly from your sweat and tears. It starts to feel a bit like house money. But this time, you become more willing to let it grow. You're less tempted to spend it. The psychological barrier is broken. You have proven to yourself that you can save. This creates momentum. The pain of saving fades, and the pleasure of watching your money grow takes over. This is the house money effect in action. It is a powerful force that can turn the struggle of saving into a rewarding game. You start to see your savings account as a money-making machine you are building. You become more motivated to feed that machine. This is a crucial turning point. It's the moment saving stops feeling like a chore and starts feeling like an accomplishment. There is another, deeper force at play: our subconscious money scripts. These are beliefs about money we learned in childhood. They are so deeply ingrained they operate on autopilot. Dr. Brad Klontz, a financial psychologist, identified 4 main money scripts. First, money avoidance. People with this script believe money is bad, or they don't deserve it. They might feel anxiety or disgust about money. This can lead to self-sabotaging behaviors, like spending money as soon as they get it. If you have this script, saving your first 1,000 can feel like you are doing something wrong, triggering guilt and anxiety. Next, money worship. This is the belief that money is the key to happiness, that more money will solve all problems. People with this script often chase the next big purchase, believing it will finally make them happy. This leads to compulsive spending. If you have this script, saving can feel like you are depriving yourself of happiness. Then, there is money status. This is the belief that your self-worth is tied to your net worth. People with this script often try to keep up with others. They buy expensive things to show off their success. This can lead to debt and stress. If you have this script, saving can feel like you are falling behind. You are more concerned with looking rich than being rich. Finally, money vigilance. This is the belief that you should always be careful with money and save for a rainy day. People with this script are often frugal and good at saving, but they can also be overly anxious about money. They might have a hard time enjoying the money they have. If you have this script, you might be good at saving that first thousand, but find it hard to invest and let it grow. These money scripts are powerful. They are the invisible hand guiding our financial behavior. When you are trying to save your first thousand, you are fighting years of subconscious programming. But once you are aware of your money scripts, you can challenge them. Saving that first thousand is a powerful way to do that. It's tangible evidence that you can change your financial destiny. It's the first step in creating a new, healthier relationship with money. So we've talked about the psychological hurdles, but there's also a mathematical reality that makes saving your first thousand so much harder than the next 10,000. It's a concept called the goal gradient effect. This principle states that our motivation to reach a goal increases the closer we get to it. Think about running a race. The last mile feels easier than the first because you can see the finish line. When you are starting with zero, that $1,000 goal seems incredibly far away. You don't see much progress, so it's hard to stay motivated. This is where the progress principle comes in. This principle shows that making progress in meaningful work is the single most powerful motivator. Small wins create a chain reaction of positive emotions. But when you are just starting, those small wins are hard to see. Let's look at the numbers. Imagine you save $200 a month. To reach your first thousand, it will take 5 months. During those 5 months, 100% of that thousand comes from your own pocket. It is pure sacrifice, and the reward is a number on a screen that is growing very slowly. But what happens after you reach that first thousand? Now you have a foundation. You have momentum. The goal of reaching 2,000 feels closer. The goal gradient effect kicks in. You're more motivated. And this is where the real magic begins. Compound interest. Compound interest is the process of earning interest on your interest. When you have $1,000 in a savings account with a 5% annual return, you will earn about $50 in the first year. That might not sound like much, but it's $50 you didn't have to work for. It's your money working for you. It's a small but powerful demonstration of the progress principle. Now, let's fast forward. You continue to save $200 a month. As your balance grows, the amount of interest you earn also grows. When you have $5,000, you are earning about $250 a year in interest. That is more than a full month of your savings. When you have $10,000, you are earning about $500 a year. The math is doing more of the work for you. This is the acceleration effect. Saving your first thousand is a linear process. You put in the work, you get a result. But saving your next 10,000 is an exponential process. Your contributions are still important, but they are now amplified by compound interest. Each dollar you save is now working alongside the dollars you have already saved. It is like you have a silent partner in your savings journey, a partner working for you 24/7. This mathematical reality has a profound psychological impact. The burden of saving no longer rests solely on your shoulders. You have a powerful force on your side. This makes it easier to stay motivated. The journey from 1,000 to 10,000 is not just 9 times longer. It is a completely different journey. It's a journey with a tailwind instead of a headwind. So, what does this all mean for you? It means the struggle you feel is not a sign of failure. It's a sign you are on the verge of a major breakthrough. You are at the tipping point, the point where the psychology and math of saving flip in your favor. Let's call this the psychological flip. It is the moment the pain of saving your first thousand transforms into the pleasure of growing your next 10,000. Before the flip, you're fighting temporal discounting and your subconscious money scripts. But after you save that first thousand, the flip happens. The house money effect kicks in. You see your savings as something you have already won. The endowment effect also starts to work for you. You value that $1,000 more because you own it. Loss aversion, which used to work against you, now works for you. The fear of losing your savings becomes greater than the fear of missing out on a new purchase. The goal gradient effect also comes into play. You can see the next milestone. It feels achievable. You have momentum, and the progress principle is in full swing. You are getting positive feedback from your growing balance. All of this is amplified by compound interest. The math is on your side. This is the psychological flip. The moment you go from being a saver to a wealth builder. The moment you realize you are in control of your financial destiny. So, how do you get to this tipping point faster? First, automate your savings. Set up an automatic transfer from your checking to your savings account every payday. This takes the decision-making out of the equation. You don't have to rely on willpower. Second, make your goal visible. Write it down. Put it on your fridge. Make it your phone's wallpaper. The more you see it, the more real it will feel. This helps to counteract the abstract nature of a future reward. Third, celebrate your small wins. When you save your first $100, acknowledge it. It doesn't have to be expensive. The important thing is to create a positive association with saving. You are rewarding yourself for good behavior. Fourth, find a savings buddy. Share your goal with a friend or family member you trust. This creates accountability. You're more likely to stick with your goal if you know someone else is watching. Fifth, educate yourself. The more you learn about personal finance, the more confident you will become. Read books, listen to podcasts, watch videos like this one. The more you understand how money works, the less intimidating it will be. And finally, be patient with yourself. You are not going to become a master saver overnight. There will be setbacks. That's okay. The important thing is to not let those setbacks derail you. Just get back on track. Remember, you are playing the long game. You are building a foundation for a better future, and every dollar you save is a victory. Saving that first $1,000 is a test. It's a test of your discipline, your patience, and your belief in yourself. But it's a test you can pass. And once you do, you will unlock a power you never knew you had. The power to build the life you have always dreamed of. So, go out there and start saving. That first $1,000 is waiting for you, and the next $10,000 will be easier than you can imagine. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to Frankie Finance, and share it with someone who needs to hear this message. Let us know in the comments what your biggest struggle is with saving money. We are all in this together. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next video.